Joyce.
And I'm Terry, and we're sisters, real sisters. Welcome to our show, Tell Us Something Good. And we have a really special segment for you today. And it's in reference to an organization called the Tower of Hope.
Wait a minute, wait a second. I want to be the one to introduce this because my sister, who is also known as Hope, was very instrumental in being a part of the Tower of Hope. And it's all about helping wounded soldiers who return from the war to get service dogs. And these service dogs really help the soldiers. Would you like to talk a little bit more about why you got involved?
Yes. Well, first of all, the Tower of Hope, the service dogs, they cost $25,000, and they're trained for 2 years. The reason why I got involved is because my son was in the service, and unfortunately, he did not return from the war, but this is a way that I could help out to raise money for the Tower of Hope. And you know what? Better yet, why don't we just show you that day where it took place on Sunday, November 14th, Walk for Wounded Veterans.
And we got to actually participate by walking too and helping to raise money.
Yep, and here we go. This is our journey on Sunday, November 14th, Walk for Wounded Veterans. Okay, we're here this morning. Today's Sunday, November 14th, on a beautiful, a gorgeous day from Tell Us Something Good. And we're here with the founders of the Tower of Hope, Kathy and her husband Mark. And they put together this wonderful walk for wounded veterans, and they're providing service dogs for wounded veterans who come back from Afghanistan and Iraq, who have lost a limb, or who are suffering from PTSD. So we're just going to ask them a few questions. Again, Kathy and Mark, this is great. We're really, we appreciate it. Can you tell us again how this got started?
Yeah, the Tower of Hope was created in 2006. It was built in memory of my late husband, Tom Sinton, who was murdered on 9/11 when the Trade Center was attacked. And I wanted to have that evil transcend into something good, something positive for America and also for Tom's daughter, Alexandra. And Mark and I had talked about this, and we found, obviously, the connection with our veterans who are out there fighting the fight for our freedom and for our safety, and we want to be able to give back to them. So when they're coming home missing limbs or just badly injured, the service dogs essentially are a tool for them, and it helps them get on with their life. The dogs turn lights on and off, carry things, and the challenge, however, is the dogs cost $25,000.
Oh.
And we basically want to make sure our veterans receive the dogs free of charge, and that's why we exist, to raise funds, and today is going to help us raise, we hope, a couple of dogs.
Yeah, that's great. How apropos. Look at that, the Tower of Hope. And we're here today, Sunday, November 14th. This is a wonderful, wonderful day, and for me, this is so apropos because my son, of course, was killed in the Army back in 2007, and me and my family are out here. We're supportive. Hoo-wah!
We couldn't do it without the help of Hope and everybody else here today, and it's going to be a fantastic day.
What does this mean to you, this Tower of Hope event today?
The Tower of Hope is an incredible thought that Kathy came up with. The thought of helping veterans was something that we talked about, and we felt it was very appropriate to give back to the veterans community.
Yes, and so in memory of also my nephew Courtney A. Staff Sergeant Courtney A. Hollingsworth, I'm proud to be here today, and I want to say thank you. Thank you so very much for all the veterans. We really appreciate it. This is a beautiful thing.
And this is just what good does. This good always works. Thank you.
God bless our troops.
Yes.
Bless America too. Thank you.
My name is Barbara DiGiacinto. I live in Armonk. I learned about this special walk at the Animal Specialty Center. I thought it was a wonderful idea to support severely wounded veterans. And I think this is my small way of saying thank you and trying to repay them for their loyalty to our country.
Here today with Scout. Scout is representing because, as you know, it is for dogs. It is to help the soldiers to get dogs, especially a soldier suffering with PTSD
and a loss of limbs.
So we have now Scout here representing.
And Scout is a bull terrier, and this was the dog that General Patton had.
That's right.
How apropos.
Thank you.
Mike Venturino.
I'm sorry?
Mike Venturino.
Mike Venturino. Mike Venturino, in 3 words, could you please tell us why you decided to participate today in the Tower of Hope?
Dogs and soldiers.
Dogs and soldiers. And that's what it's all about.
Thank you, Mike. We're here, and we're here with Lisa and Nini. And Pat, so glad you came out to support the Walk for Wounded Veterans. In 3 words, Lisa, how do you sum up? Veterans fight for us.
Okay.
Veterans fight for us.
And?
They serve us.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Are y'all going to walk today?
Yes.
Okay.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome. My name is Tom Ertz. I'm from ShopRite Supermarkets. And we're going to have a little program this morning before we start the walk. I'm very encouraged by the attendance. Thank you all for coming out. You know, this is an issue that is, as many of you know, near and dear to my heart. My brother currently serves and has served for 16 years in the United States Navy. And when I think of veterans and their causes and all the things they do for us, I'm reminded of a verse from Isaiah in the Old Testament in which it goes something like this. And the Lord called out with a voice, "Who shall I send? Who will go for me?" And Isaiah said, "Here am I, send me." And I think that's so true of all of our veterans, from generation after generation, whether it was in Normandy, whether it was in Korea, Vietnam, Afghanistan, Iraq. Generation after generation, veterans and armed men and women have gone forth and said, "Send me." And because they've answered that call and said, "Here am I, send me into that conflict, send me into that zone," we here are better for it. We have the liberties we enjoy, and we have the freedom that we share right here today.
Here he comes.
Wow. Wasn't that a great event?
That really was. I have to tell you, I've been involved with different things as you have, but that was one of the most powerful, most promising things that I could be a part of, because to know that something good was coming out of that, never mind exercising while you walk, that's a good thing.
2 miles.
That's a very good thing. But to know that walking and raising money for soldiers, for the veterans who are, the soldiers who are coming back from the war wounded, they get these dogs to help them, these service dogs. That was a beautiful thing.
And the dogs. And people brought the dogs out with them.
Oh, that's what I wanted to say. I love seeing the people come out with their dogs. We saw so many dogs. We saw big dogs. We saw little tiny dogs. We saw bulldogs. We saw bull mastiffs. We saw all kinds of dogs.
All types of dogs. And me personally, I was able to raise a little over $2,000 with my family and friends' help. And also, I like to thank Teamsters Local 456 because they actually gave me $1,000.
Wow.
And I also like to say thank you to ShopRite, who sponsored the whole
ShopRite did
walk.
the right
Yes,
thing,
they
and we
did.
need to support ShopRite.
Yes.
Because they do a lot for the community, and I mean, and then after the walk, we were able to get ShopRite bags. with
Yeah,
some goodies
treats.
in the
Yes,
bag.
yes.
So after the walk, you have nice little treat waiting for us to get from ShopRite.
And just to let you know that walk took place in November, which is like for Veterans Day. And it also, we want to say that it took place at Tibbetsbrook Park in Yonkers, New York. See, those are the types of stories we want to be able to give you.
And we want to continue to do these types of stories.
Good works, right?
Good always works. And you know what we like to say at the end?
Mother, father, sister, brother, tell us something good so we can tell others. Yeah! Send us your stories!
God bless America.